It's a beautiful Friday morning. It's the last Friday in April. We're at St. Pete Beach. We're at the beautiful Don Cesar Hotel. And I want to take you guys on a nice little walk on St. Pete Beach. A nice relaxing walk on St. Pete Beach, which was ranked the #1 beach in America by TripAdvisor. And is my favorite. I live about 15 minutes away from here, and this is probably my favorite hotel in the entire world. Absolutely love this place. There is nothing like the historic Don Cesar Hotel, folks. It is worth the money to come stay at this place, I guarantee you. Let's take a little walk around this place, shall we? So yeah, this is the historic Don Hotel, 1920s era hotel in St. Pete Beach. It's nicknamed the Pink Palace. And this place has such an there's an interesting history tour you absolutely should take if you stay here, or even if you don't stay here but you're in the area. Come and take their history tour. You'll learn all about Thomas Rowe, who was the Irish immigrant who founded this place in the 1920s and made his money in real estate. And he was actually an orphan. He came to America, I forget at what age. He made his money in real estate. I did go on the tour, but it was a while ago. And yeah, he founded this place right before the stock market crash, and it became just an absolute hit for years. But it fell into the hands of his wife, who actually was not a fan of the place at all. And he actually tried to leave the hotel. This, by the way, there's two pools here. This is the deeper one, and this is a more shallow one over here. We'll take a walk around and show you. But he tried to will the hotel to his employees, but unfortunately he did not sign the will, and he had a heart attack in the lobby one day, and he died without signing his will, and therefore the employees did not, unfortunately, inherit the hotel. And his estranged wife, who did not like Florida and who did not like the hotel, inherited the place. She drove it into the ground, and long story short, she sold it for a pittance to the US government, which turned it into a convalescent home for soldiers during World War II, and then later it was a Veterans Administration building. And eventually in the 1960s, the government abandoned this place because it was going to take too much, essentially, repair money in order to fix it. So the government abandoned the place in the late 60s, and it became basically a huge neighborhood eyesore. And the paint was all peeling. It doesn't look beautiful like it is today with all the beautiful pink paint. It was a complete eyesore. It was a mess. And you know, in a nutshell, there were even homeless people and drug addicts who used to hang out there. But thankfully, in the 70s, it was purchased by a corporation. They refurbished the place, and now it is the place to stay in the area. And every famous person or rock group you could imagine almost has stayed here, including, I think, like the Who, Led Zeppelin, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig. I mean, of course, the Yankees used to have spring training in St. Pete in the 20s and 30s, and then also in the 50s too. So many famous people stay here. And the sand here, like, they curate the sand here. They clean it up. They do a beautiful job of cleaning the sand here. I mean, St. Pete Beach, the entire thing, we'll take a walk here, I'll show you guys, is amazing. It's beautiful, but especially the sand right in front of the Don Cesar Hotel, because they clean it and take really good care of it here. Is absolutely immaculate. It feels just amazing on your feet. So if you stay here, even if you don't, do experience the beach right around the Don Cesar, because it's really pretty spectacular. As I said, it's about 9 a.m., so there's nobody here yet. But this place is usually pretty full, although we're getting towards the quiet season, which I love. You know, as I said, we're at the end of April here, so a lot of the tourists are going home, thankfully. Of course, we love tourists. Florida's economy could not exist without them, but it does get a little bit tedious to have all of your favorite establishments absolutely crowded with snowbirds and tourists and such. So there's a nice little golden period here at the end of April, beginning of May, where it's not too blisteringly hot yet, but the tourists, the winter and spring tourists, have gone home, but the summer tourists, which is a totally different category of people, have not arrived yet. So anyways, just looking back on the Don, so if you head towards the right, that is the really commercialized area of St. Pete Beach. And there's a lot of hotels and condos and beach bars. If you want to go on a beach bar crawl, this is the direction you head in, to the right. To the left, very quiet, mostly just homes and small buildings and stuff like that. That is Pass Grill down there, which is a historic district. And it's a very cool area if you like looking at old houses and such. And there's a neat little sort of old-time Main Street there, which I believe is 7th Street, which is down in that direction, maybe a 20-minute walk. So I think we will head to the right. Let's just take a nice stroll together here on the beach that TripAdvisor says is America's numero uno. Never really understood running on the beach. Oh, I hate running on beaches. Beaches are for relaxing, aren't they? Says the lazy bastard who doesn't want to break a sweat. One of the first beach bars that you're going to come to here, up on the right, obviously, it wouldn't be on the left, would it? That would make a damn bit of sense. It's called Undertow. And that's sort of a place where I would say older perverts hang out because well, check the Undertow Bar's Instagram page and you'll see what I'm talking about. But a lot of the waitresses there and bartenders, well, they're all female, and some of them, well, they all wear bathing suits, bikinis, some of them thongs and such. So there's a lot of older perverts who hang out there. We go a lot of times to Coconut Charlie's, which is a little bit further of a walk. I like Coconut Charlie's a lot, just because they've got beach volleyball, they have cornhole, they have a lot of other ways to sort of amuse yourself, and they have some really nice comfy couches. I would say the cocktails are the best, and the prices are not the best. On the other direction, I'm sorry, in the same direction, the Bon Air Resort, like if you're sort of a cheapskate, the beach bar at the Bon Air supposedly has some of the cheapest cocktails of all the beach bars here, but you know, none of them are super cheap, I'll be honest with you. But you're there for the atmosphere and for the, you know, for the good times. Another place I'd recommend that's at both ends of this beach is called Paradise Grill. So there's one location back off, way off in this direction, past the grill. And then there's another one up at Upham Beach, which is way, way, way north of here. Maybe a half hour north of here walking. Upham Beach is kind of more of a locals beach. And there's volleyball courts there too. There's beach volleyball. And Paradise Grill is kind of nice because it's sort of a, it's kind of like a snack bar, but I mean, they've got breakfast, they have lunch, they stay open until about sunset or so. And they actually have really good fish tacos. And they also have grouper sandwiches that are pretty damn good too, but they're expensive, like all grouper in Florida these days. And believe it or not, they also have a really good breakfast burrito too. But if you're at St. Pete Beach and you want to have breakfast, and you don't mind being off beach, There's a bakery. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to put in the subtitle here because I'm forgetting the name of it. There's an amazing bakery right in the same plaza as the Publix. It's kind of right off over across the street, off in this direction. So you turn and you'll see like you'll see a Chick-fil-A and you'll see a Publix. It's in that same plaza. There's a wonderful, would you say French bakery? I guess you would say French bakery. Get the chocolate hazelnut croissants at this place. God, senility really sucks. So Undertow is right off, right here, guys. You see that? You see that second building that's right there. And I think we'll leave it here for today. My favorite little perch here at the Don, this upstairs area. This was built like a year or two ago. You've got a view out over the pools. Here you see I've got my laptop up here. There's nobody here yet this morning. What a perfect place to check your email and get a little bit of work done. Absolutely perfect, right? And you've got some comfortable couches here. It's a great place for sunset too. By the way, the sunsets here are absolutely epic. It's one of the reasons I moved to this area. I absolutely love coming to St. Pete Beach for the sunsets. Just beautiful. Although I'll be honest, when you come out here, you don't get a ton of work done, but it's not a bad place to pretend like you're working, I suppose I would say.